And we're live. Hello, and welcome back, or welcome for the first time if you haven't been here before. My name is Andy, and I am talking about day 18 of having my screenplay turned into a movie. Before we go on, I'm going to just ask you to make sure you subscribe, hit the little bell button to get notifications. Make sure you like and comment so it gets pushed out to other people who are interested in making movies and hearing all about getting movies made. And anyway, here we go. So I had a couple things to talk about. So today is day 4 of actual shooting. And yeah, so it's the 4th day and it's a big day. We got a lot of stuff going on. There was, oh man, I didn't see, there's had to be almost 20 horses on set, if not more. A bunch of horse wranglers, a couple stage coaches, prop guns. I mean, it's a western, so some of the greatest friggin' actors that I know. And it was just what a great day, kind of action-filled day, and just a blast. And it's my biggest scene. It's the most I have to say in it, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. Two things. One, I'm talking kind of quiet, and anybody knows me knows that this is not natural or normal for me to talk kind of quiet, but I am. And basically, it's because it's not late, but it's late here considering we have to get up at 3:30 in the morning. And what I didn't know is the guy next door, the crew member next door, the really important member of the team, can hear me. And he said to me 2 days ago, he goes, hey, I could hear you snoring last night. Now, I don't know if I snore every night, but I think it's because of all the dry weather and all the dust and dirt up my nose. But anyway, he can hear me, and he might be sleeping right now because I should be sleeping right now. So I'm going to try to keep this kind of quiet tonight, so I'm not disturbing him or who's ever behind these guys here in this other room here. I don't know who's the actor with the 3-page monologue. I can't tell you. It's Willie. How are you, Willie, my cuz? I don't know why they haven't announced him yet. And just had a long talk with him about that. Actually, just not too long ago, we were talking about his character and his. I wish I could tell you. I don't know why they haven't announced who else is in this movie, including me. But you just gotta hold off. You'll find out. So one thing I wanted to give a shout out to another YouTube channel, actually, because it's been helping me. There's a classical guitarist, Neil Fitzpatrick. I'm going to put probably the iCard here at some point, and the link below here if you're having trouble like calming down or sleeping, or getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I want to hear something, but there's not a lot I could play, and so I've been just putting on this like really kind of soothing classical guitar music. And so I just something I like, so I wanted to throw that out there to you, give a little shout out, and you might come in handy for you as well. You might really enjoy it. Two, the second thing, the first part of this, I want to talk to screenwriters, and the second part, I want to talk to the actors out there. And if you're anything like me, it might be a combination of both, or you just might be interested in the filmmaking process. But I don't know, 2-3 days ago, I got this email, and I should read it. I basically got rejected from a screenplay competition. I didn't even make it past the first round, and I got this email, and I was laughing, right? Because like, here I am. I know I'm a pretty decent writer. I've sold 2 scripts. One, I'm literally in the process of getting a movie made as I get this rejection letter, and I couldn't even remember the script that I sent into this competition. I think I know which one it was. I wrote a script, the Revolutionary War theme script, and it must have been that, I think. But I don't know. And it made me remember that this script now, Surrounded, that we're shooting, I entered that in multiple competitions and got nowhere. I never got past the first round. Whereas the first script, I only entered it in four, and I won two and placed in the other two. So it just kind of goes to show you, even though Surrounded never won anything or even placed in any competition, people were really, really interested. And there's just sometimes stuff is like technically not great or not interesting, but sometimes it's just a matter of taste. It's just a matter of taste. And someone wrote on my thing, don't waste your money giving it to these contests, and that might be true. I don't know, but I know it's helped me. And there's competitions out there that give you feedback, and I've entered them sometimes just for the feedback and to say, hey, maybe I'll get somewhere. But I've done well with them in that I could see how they help, and I've made contacts and I made friends through these competitions. So, and if anybody asks me one way to get their screenplay out there, I always suggest it. I always suggest look at the competitions out there, and I'll give a shout out to Blue Cat, run by Gordy Hoffman. I think that's one of the best screenplay competitions out there. And I won a long time ago, but he's great. He's great, and it's a really legit competition. It might be one of the highest, if not the highest, payout of any screenplay competition out there. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's good, and he cares. He really, really cares. So I can't speak to all of them, but I know Austin Film Festival, which I also won, was a great competition, and it's people who just love screenplays. And I read some of the runners up, and they were so good. They were really good screenplays, super well written, and so they were inspiring. So it's funny that don't just because you get rejected, keep trying, whether it's agents, managers, which I don't necessarily recommend right now, but getting people to read your script, send it out. And if it gets rejected, if everyone's giving you the same note, really take the note seriously and think about it. Doesn't mean it's right, but just because you're getting rejected and people don't like it doesn't mean you should stop. Because I mean, look where I am now with a script that got rejected so many times, and then so many people loved it. And I actually got multiple offers. We've optioned it several times, and I got multiple offers. In fact, when this was going in, I had another company, another guy really wanting to make this movie, and this happened a couple times throughout making this, or trying to get this script made, that multiple people wanted to option it at the same time or try to get it made at the same time. So anyway, that's that. We're running long. I don't know if I should go into the actor thing now or tomorrow. I'm going to go through it now. What the heck? I'll think of something else out tomorrow. So trust your director. So this happened to me now twice. I've been here for 4 days shooting, but twice has happened where we did these scenes, and we did 40 takes maybe, because you have so many different angles, so many people interact. There's a lot of people in the scenes, and everybody was getting their take, and then it came down to mine, and I got one take when it was on me. He came out, he gave me a note, and I got one take after that, and cut, and then move on. And I was like, oh, what the I wasn't super thrilled with that. Right? Like, what? And then it kind of happened again today. It's another, even a bigger scene, and a lot of action and horses, and you're chasing light, and we do this take, and there's me, and I'm sitting on a stagecoach with this other actor, and we put our hands up, and I swear his hand is blocking my face the whole take. And I hope I didn't glance at the camera, but I even feel like I could feel myself like glancing while I'm trying to be in the moment, trying to say lines, and this actor can't hear, and it's super windy. And so I'm doing my best to act through this scene, and we do one take, and the director goes, okay, let's move on. And I'm just now in the other takes, I don't know if the camera was ever on me or not. I just tried to be in the moment, but both those times I was just like, super like, oh, give me another. But I feel like, one, I probably could have gotten 50 takes, and I still don't know if I would have been satisfied. And two, So the first time this happened, I went up to the director. I said, "Was that okay?" And he goes, "If I wasn't happy, I would have done it again." And in that moment, I was like, "Well, yeah, of course." And so I thought of my director and how much, like, when you see his work, and I've spoken to him now for several months, and I trust everything he says. So why wouldn't I trust this? Right? So if I got in one take and he's happy, let it go. Trust your director. If you trust your director, then trust your director. And I do trust my director. So it's hard because there's ego and there's you. I don't know. In a weird way, you probably want to be the center of attention. Give me again. You want it to be perfect. I wanted it to sound. I wanted that actor to give me the line exactly how I needed it, and it's just never going to work that way. So you just got to do your best with what you got and trust your director. If you trust your director, so if that makes sense, makes sense in here, but I'm on no sleep. Anyway, that's kind of it. So I walked away feeling really good because I this guy knows what he's doing, and I believe he knows what he's doing, and I believe if he wasn't happy, we would have done it again. And he's not going to compromise the movie, right? He's not going to compromise the movie for whatever reason. And it's also the movie's not about me, right? So you got to let that go too. You got to play your part and worry about just doing the best you can in whatever the circumstances there are, and just move on. So I hope that helps. I hope that's interesting enough to warrant almost 12 minutes. So that's it. I'm going to let you guys go. Make sure you subscribe, watch these other videos, check out some links below, and I will be talking to you tomorrow at the end of my first full week shooting. Thanks for coming by.